Hi, I'm Jackie Lau, and today we're going to be making a basic tomato sauce like that you would use for pasta, so otherwise known as marinara sauce. So this is really a simple way of making your own tomato sauce. You're going to need garlic, olive oil, crushed canned tomatoes, and basil, salt, and pepper. That's it. So I have some fresh garlic here, and I'm just going to show you how to cut fresh garlic. This is a whole head of garlic. This is what you would call a head of garlic, and it has skin on it similar to an onion. And how do you get into this garlic? Well, it's pretty simple. All you do is push down on it, and the cloves and the paper are going to start to come off. And you're going to see that you have some cloves of garlic here. And you just keep pushing, and you'll see that the cloves start cracking. Of course, I get one that's a little bit tougher. There we go. Okay. Now for this particular sauce, I'm going to use about 4 cloves of garlic. So just like the actual whole head, it has this firm paper on the outside or skin, and these are considered cloves of garlic. You have head of garlic, cloves of garlic. So don't get confused when you see a recipe that says 4 pieces of garlic. Generally, they're referring to the cloves, not a whole head of garlic. So I'm just going to peel that paper or skin off. And where I have ones that are a little bit not tight, I'm going to use my knife on the flat side of the knife, and I'm going to use my heel of my hand just to kind of break that skin so that I could get the clove out. And it just takes a gentle tap. You don't have to like smash it. If you see these little hard ends of the clove, just kind of snap those off because you don't want to bite into those. They're really hard. Now I'm going to show you how to cut the garlic. All right. So what I like to do for this particular dish is I'm just going to chop some garlic. So what I want to do is again, using the flat side of my knife and my heel, I'm going to smash the garlic a little bit to make it flat. Okay, so I have something that's flat, a little bit more stable. I'm going to make sure that my fingertips are tucked in, and I'm going to go and chop or slice my garlic so that I have these small pieces. See how I'm gently rocking? I'm not chopping very loudly, it's quiet. Okay. Now I'm going to take my knife. I have all of this gathered together. I'm going to take my knife, I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to place it on top of the knife, tip down, and I'm going to go back and just roughly chop this garlic, using this hand to keep my knife with control. And I'm going back and forth over these pieces of garlic. And there we have it. Nice chopped garlic. Next, I'm going to take this basil here. I like to use fresh basil for my sauces, but you could always use dry basil if you want to. And this we're going to add at the end of the sauce, but I'm going to get this ready to go. Fresh basil is really different from the dried basil. So if you have the chance to use fresh basil for your sauce, I encourage you to do it because the flavor, the smell, the taste of it will really make your sauce incredible. Now, when I make pasta sauce, I don't do anything super fancy. I'm just going to gather up my basil here and do what we call a rough chop. And that's just carefully cutting into large pieces the leaves. Okay, and I'm just going to put that aside here until we're ready. All right, next, let's get over and start making our sauce. Okay, next we're going to start our sauce here, and the first thing I'm going to do is add my olive oil. So in my pot, I've added olive oil. Next, I'm going to add my garlic, and I'm going to slightly brown it. I'm stirring my garlic in the olive oil. I don't want it to get too brown. I just want it to get lightly toasted. If your garlic gets too brown or black, you're going to have to start all over again. It will add a bitter flavor to your sauce. My garlic is light brown now. I'm going to add my crushed tomatoes to it. Use good quality crushed tomatoes. It really adds to your sauce. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that in. Once I add the tomatoes in, I want to simmer that sauce for about 20 minutes. Stirring it every so often. I have this down now on low heat, and I do this because I really want the flavors to build together. Once it's built together, I'm just going to season it with salt and pepper, and then I'm going to add my fresh basil, and then you're ready to go. Okay, so added the fresh basil here at the end, and my sauce has been simmering for about 20 minutes now. Salt and pepper, nicely seasoned. I'm going to go ahead and show you what the final product looks like. You can see the fresh basil, you can see the chopped garlic. This is a great sauce just to use real quickly right over the top of your pasta. You can add whatever you like to it, maybe some zucchini, maybe a little bit of mushrooms, but this is basically a very simple fresh tomato sauce that you can do at home, super quick and very, very, very inexpensively.